How's it going, guys? Day-to-day Gamer here, bringing you all your day-to-day gaming needs. And Paper Mario: The Origami King is now out. And I've been playing through the entire game, and I found a bunch of really cool Easter eggs and secrets and references that I think you guys might find cool. So I'm going to go through them one by one, and if I missed any that you think should have been on this list or any cool ones you found, definitely let me know so I can include them on a future video or just know about them because maybe I missed them entirely. So these first ones are kind of known about through the trailers we've seen, or at least the Samus head was. But yeah, so if you're in the Shogun studio area and you come into the, I guess it's where all the staff work, you can put on these different masks, including a Donkey Kong one, a Goomba one, and a Samus one, and get a little skit with them where they pay tribute to the respective franchises. The Goomba one, not so much. The Goomba one is obviously just pretty much a story element. It comes into play later. If you haven't got that far, you will be using the Goomba mask at a different point in the game because of its ability to make Olivia laugh uncontrollably. But the Samus one and the Donkey Kong one are definitely just, paying little tribute to those franchises. I especially like when you put on the Samus mask, you get a little preview of the Metroid music, which is some of the best music Nintendo has in any of their franchises, I think. I mean, they're all good. Mario, Zelda, Metroid, they're all good. But it's nice to hear that little snippet and see Mario running around firing off his arm blaster, or pretending to fire off his arm blaster. So this is definitely a cool little moment that, yeah, some people or most people are probably aware of if you've seen the trailers, but if you're not, it'll definitely be a nice surprise, or when you find this area. I almost wish that there was more masks. I feel like they could have just included masks from a whole bunch of Nintendo franchises and been able to, get a little snippet of each one, but you have to draw the line somewhere. So that's that one. Let's move on to the next one. All right, so in the breezy tunnel area, there's this mole who is head first deep in this hole in the wall, and you have the option to come up and try to pull him out, but he seems to just get mad at you. If you actually keep trying and to pull him out over and over and over again, he's actually going to reward you with an item to get you to go away. So just in case you tried it once and walked away and you didn't realize, you missed out on this golden hammer, which isn't that bad of an item. So if you did, go back and grab him a few more times. This is just a quick little reference I thought was funny to Mario Kart. The top speed of this kart vehicle is Golden Mushroom, which if you're a Mario Kart fan or have played any of the Mario Kart games, you'll know the Golden Mushroom is just a temporary infinite speed boost, basically. And this car does go really fast in the game, so it makes sense. Over in the Whispering Woods, right near the beginning of the game, when you pull this vine on the tree, you'll have different items going into the water here to basically get revitalized. That's what this pool of water does. The second one, which is hard to miss, but I just thought it was a cool little thing to include, is actually Birdo. So Birdo makes her first appearance and gets revitalized in this pool, and Birdo will come up again later in the game as part of a different area. But I won't spoil that. I'll let you find that for yourself. But she does, after we save her here, she does have another small role to play in the story. So over in the Whispering Woods, another thing that I thought was pretty funny that I'm sure most people found, but just in case you didn't, you're not inclined to hit trees. If you hit the tree with the speaker's playing, the speaker actually breaks and you lose all music in the level, which maybe that's good, maybe that's bad. Depends how you like playing your games. I thought the music was pretty good, so it's a little disappointing to play in complete silence, but just so you know, then don't hit the trees if you want music. Okay, so these Goombas that you save, this isn't the Easter egg, don't worry. You obviously save them as part of the main story. I don't think you can actually avoid saving them. And they take off in the direction of Toad Town. What you might not have known, depending if you weren't looking around, is if you go into this house here and open the cabinet, you'll actually find the Goombas. This is where they've decided to hide out. And it doesn't seem to matter even after you... I thought maybe if you cleared all the paper macho enemies that, you could come back here and talk to them and they'd come out, but they don't. They basically just stay in there. So if at some point in the story they come out, I don't know, but they definitely didn't come out for me yet. Down here, this is just a quick little reference to the music playing. The same music that plays in World 1, 2 of the original Mario Brothers, just remixed. I thought it was a pretty good remix and a nice little paying tribute to, going underground, and you always need to expect the underground theme. So I thought that one was pretty cool as well. So over on Picnic Road, you have this little golf green that's actually paying tribute to the ending of the original Mario Brothers levels, where you climb up the set of bricks and slide down the flagpole. And after you do, and the toads explode out of this the top of the flagpole here, you'll actually get the little tune that was sort of your victory and level theme from the original games as well, which I thought was pretty neat. This is a really quick one, but when you beat the Pencil Crayon boss, I just thought it was pretty funny. His "You were better when you were a side-scroller man," which is just a pretty funny little nod to his past as well. This next one I like to think is a little nod to Final Fantasy VII, actually, because right when we leave this area, our friend Babam ends off by saying "Let's mosey," which is obviously a pretty famous odd line from Final Fantasy VII. I like to think that someone on the staff is a fan and threw that in there as a cute little reference. So this one is not quite an Easter egg, but just something that I found that was pretty interesting. So normally to get this item from this crab, you need to go to the back wall where there's that shadow and get the POW block. I actually was getting pretty close to just smacking him with my hammer, so I just decided I was going to try to finish it that way. So if you just run along this back wall here, and you have to kind of wait for the right timing. So he has to be coming out of the right wall and going towards the left wall. So I run towards him and get him right there, and I basically ignore the entire POW block requirement. So whether or not that was intended, I thought it was pretty cool, so I threw it in there. Let me know if you also beat it this way. I'd love to know if anyone else also did that. So up here at the top of this bell tower, obviously we had smacked this bell before to clear the path of one of the Paper Macho enemies. When you start smacking the bell after you've pretty much cleared all of Shogun Studios, this toad here starts counting for you, and different items pop out at different numbers. What you might not have known is if you go all the way to 100, you'll actually get a collectible treasure for your trouble. So in case you're missing one of the collectible treasures, come back to the bell and go to 100, and you're going to probably get one of the ones that you were missing. This one is a little nod, I think, definitely to Thousand Year Door. So when you talk here, Babam says that he would love to be a ship captain or an admiral. Pretty famously, there's a character, Admiral Bobbery from Thousand Year Door. I think the fact that they used the word admiral is a definite nod to that game for any Thousand Year Door fans out there, which I'm sure there's a few. So when you get access to this mansion again, you can obviously get this treasure chest, which you've been probably wondering how you're going to get for a long time. That's probably going to be the first thing you do. But if you actually go and talk to the owner of this mansion, the one you saved, he's going to have a little extra thank you for you. So if you never thought to talk to him, you missed out on it, but you can, I'm sure, come back and get it. He's going to just dish out a whole bunch of coins. I think there's like 10,000 there in total. I think each one's 1,000. So if you're looking for some coins or just want to fill your pockets, come back here, talk to him, and he's going to have a little present for you. Here's another little nod that I thought was kind of weird and interesting. So they keep talking about Captain Toad, and I thought for sure it was going to be the Captain Toad we all know, because most recently he's even had a game on the Switch. They don't look anything alike, so whether it was supposed to be a little nod just in name, or whether there's supposed to be some other connection there, I don't know, but I thought it was just an interesting little addition by the developers. Also, if you come back to Toad Town after every single boss that you beat, not the Elementals, but the actual main bosses of each area, this Monty Mole here is going to have a trophy of each one for you. So every time you beat a boss, make your way back to Toad Town, talk to him, and you're going to keep getting some more collectible treasures for your collection. Over in the Scorching Desert here, there's going to be this area that's all kind of circled by rocks. If you get your little pal here to dig for you, you're going to find a shriveled maxed up heart, and it doesn't do anything right now. But if you recall, back in the Whispering Woods, we have an area that can revitalize things. So if you actually bring it back to the Whispering Woods and toss it into the water, it's going to turn this shriveled heart into a full-on heart, which is only going to give you, I think, an extra five hit points. But you know, every little bit counts, and there's a lot of these +5s around that you should be finding. So yeah, if you didn't know, go dig up this heart and increase your HP and your strength just a little bit more. Alright, so we're going to go back to the cabin of the Princess Peach again, and if you use this machine back here, it turns out that it's actually just a peach tea making machine, just a very elaborate one, and every time you use it, it's going to restore your health to full, and you can use it multiple times. You'll see I use it again here, and it restores my health again. So if you ever need to restore your health, and you're looking for a cheap way to do it, and you're close to the Princess Peach, or you're at the Great Sea area of the game, this is a really quick way to do so for free. Basically in the same way a bench does. It just this one also quenches your thirst if you're a person who likes peach tea, I guess. Okay, so this one is kind of cool. You'll see I opened the map there in case you're wondering where in the water I am here. So you're going to find this little stranded fella over here, this shy guy, and you're going to talk to him, and he's going to mention that there is something shiny on the sea floor, and you're going to assume it's probably a treasure chest, because that's we've been finding a lot of them out here on the Great Sea. But when you go down here, it's actually not going to be a chest. It's going to be, oddly enough, what looks like a can of tuna, but a red can of tuna with a heart on it. So you're gonna grab that, and you're gonna probably feel a little disappointed at first because there's, I think, like 10 treasures in the Great Sea, and if you're having trouble finding some, or you're wanting to finish your collection or get 100% of the level, this might be a disappointment. But at the same time, you want to increase your health. The problem is we can't open this can because we don't have a can opener. You'll see, I think Olivia comes out and mentions that. But at this point, you should remember that back in Autumn Mountain, I believe it's called, there was a character who absolutely loves opening cans. So we're going to head back to Autumn Mountain, and we're going to find our little friend over here, and he's going to ask if we have anything to open. You have a can, and we do, and we're going to give it to him, and he's going to produce yet another little +5 heart. And that is all the Easter eggs I've got for you. So if you enjoyed this video, consider subscribing and leaving a like or a comment. Let me know if you found any Easter eggs that I didn't include, or if you have any funny stories about finding these as well. I'd love to hear them. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. I have a bunch more Paper Mario content coming and already out, so make sure you check that out, and we will see you in the next one.